Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with a gaming twist. And I am really excited about tonight's stream. It's not a flight. I almost said flight. I've been doing the blinded by the flights for all of September. It is finally October. We're about to get in some different kinds of content this month. But I had four bottles that I have really been excited about. So I thought, why not do them all in one night? I know that they're completely unrelated to each other. At least two are related, and then two are related. But I just thought I would mash them all together tonight because I was just so excited to get into them. So tonight I am reviewing both the Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion Series, number 8 and number 9. These are the two most recent ones. Number 8's been out for a little while, but number 9 just hit shelves. It actually may not even be hitting the shelves yet. I don't know, but huge shout out to Bardstown Bourbon Company for sending these over. Have not tried them yet, so you're going to get a real first impression here tonight. I'm also trying two incredible barrel picks of... I almost said Elijah. Sorry. Two incredible barrel picks of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. These come to us from the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. And they were kind enough to invite me to be part of their pick. So this is Cliffy's first barrel pick. So, of course, through them, thanks to them. But I'm going to be trying two picks from the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. The first of which, I know my green screen does not love this bottle, is Jac-Man, which he is yellow. For some reason, my camera thinks he's green, but he's yellow. And the second of which, this one's not going to show up at all. Just imagine that being green, the 1-Up barrel. So these are two picks. We did a pick. We found a barrel that we absolutely loved, and then we found a second barrel that we also really loved. And the folks at Jack Daniel's were kind enough to let us pick both barrels. So those were available through the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, which, if you don't know, is a group of two whiskey tubers, Jason from the Mash and Drum and Scott from My Bourbon Journey. They collaborated to create this whiskey club where they do picks all the time. Basically, all you have to do to join is to join their Patreon. So you guys definitely check that out if you want to get in on barrel picks like that. I'd love to one day have that set up for my channel. Do not have those connections yet, but definitely go check them out. I put a link in the description down below to check out the stream where we actually picked these barrels. So definitely catch that replay after this. Speaking of which, if you're here for the replay and you're not watching live, I'm going to put little time codes at the bottom to skip around for if you're just here for the Fusion Series 9 or you're here for the Jack Daniel's picks. Yeah, I got you. Check the description below. But everyone else here live, welcome. Good to see you. Man, I'm really behind in the chat already. Kelsey was hanging out earlier. Like 30 minutes ago. Kelsey, good to see you. I think he's here. I think he's still here. There he is, yeah. Can't wait to hear how you like Jack Daniel's picks. Oh, well, I was part of the picks, so I better like them. But I have not tried them since I actually got the bottle. So the pick was back in March, so I'm really excited to revisit these. Brandon is here. So Brandon's actually going to be joining me for a live stream later this month on one Saturday evening. I actually just put a poll up on my Patreon asking you guys, what do you guys want to see from that stream? So if you are a patron or you're considering becoming a patron, definitely please vote in that poll. You can join for as little as $2 a month and shape the future of the channel. That link is also down in the description below. Really does help support everything I do here, buying bottles, getting picks, hopefully in the future, fingers crossed. But if you want to support the channel, you can do it there. You can also support it another way by super chatting. So as with the past few weeks, I'm actually doing a giveaway on the Wheel of Whiskey that I will be spinning later tonight. So every $5 super chat gets you one entry on the Wheel of Whiskey, and you will win a sample of every single whiskey we try here tonight. And since we're video game theme here, especially tonight with the Jack Daniel's pick or the Jac-Man pick, you will also get with your samples a Bourbon Bites Challenge coin. So these are metal. They are shaped like old arcade tokens, and they fit on top of your Glen to keep the whiskey in there from being aerated. So the winner of tonight's giveaway will win all 4 samples we're drinking tonight and a challenge coin. So stay tuned for the end for the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway. Just want to let you guys know that. All right, Fred's here in the house. Zopher, Steven, all the regular crew. Good to see all y'all. Donnie giving the links. I was thinking the Linux cat. Giving the info there. Yes, if you're watching the show live or you're watching the replay and you're having a good time or you want to have a good time because we're just getting started, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to come back every Thursday night, I'm live here same time every week. Make sure to hit subscribe, and if you turn on notifications, make sure to say all notifications so you are notified every time I go live. Appreciate that, Donnie, and thanks for tuning in. Alexander's here. Good to see you, Alex. Or I said Alex. I hate calling people by like Alex if they don't go by Alex. Alexander, good to see you. But if you go by Alex, hello. Stacy is here. 4-Leaf Whiskey, another awesome whiskey tube channel. I'm so sad I didn't get to hang out with you and Brandon in Kentucky. It looked like so much fun. Joseph Brazo is here. Good to see you, Joseph. Just make sure. Nerax is here. The winner of last week's Wheel of Whiskey giveaway. So his samples are out. They are on the way. They should arrive tomorrow or Saturday, I think. They also won a Bourbon Bites Challenge coin. So congrats again. You want to get a second challenge coin? Try your luck this week. But good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Swan is here. He made it. I am so glad to see you, Swan. Hope you are doing well. We need to catch up. I mean, I know I talk to you all the time, so I want to hear about how work's been going because he started a new job the same time I did. So I love hearing that. Yeah, these went fast. I was only fortunate enough because I was part of the pick. You get access to a couple bottles, but yeah, they went fast. I wish I could have had more to offer you guys. Like I said, if I ever do start doing picks like they're doing, I would definitely, kind of do the same system, kind of do it through Patreon. It's honestly the best way at this point, and I know it does suck being a lower tier because I'm lower tiers for all this anyways. But it's with how quickly these things go, it's the most fair way. You got to give back to those that support us, the longest or the most or however you want to do it. So next time, I fingers crossed for you guys because I knew these went quick, like within minutes these were gone. But I'm excited to try them tonight. Wayne is here. I think Wayne joined us last week for the first time, so good to see you again. 4 freaking live streams right now. Whiskey Dictionary, Whiskey Row, Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, and Bourbon Bites. Well, Bill thankfully ended his stream and sent people over here. I appreciate that. I love when everyone kind of sticks to, whatever time there's... That sounds wrong. I love when people try to accommodate for other people. And I know it's hard to do because a lot of people go live, so if people are live at the same time as me, I know it sucks. I do fully support them. If y'all want to watch them and watch my replay, go do it. But if you want to watch me and then watch their replay, I appreciate you being here. Hashtag replay squad in the comments below. I know a lot of you guys come back the next day to watch these, so I appreciate you. Ray V's in the chat. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. Patrick, I hope you and Heather are doing well. I have not heard the catch up of the move situation. I hope maybe you guys can join tonight on the Hangout. We'll see. Thank you, Donnie, for dropping the Patreon info there. Emily Chambers also dropping the info for liking and hitting the bell button. Alex is fine, or Alexander, or Xander if you're feeling frisky. Just not Al. Oh, yeah. I realize I'm giving away things that annoy me. Good to know, good to know. But nice to know that I didn't screw up the name situation. Tony Bag of Donuts with the first Wheel of Whiskey giveaway entry / super chat. He says, "Hi, Cliffy. I'm drinking Fusion 6 and 7 tonight. Hope to get 8 or 9, or at least the samples. Settled into my new bourbon bunker. The move is done, and now looking forward to the next chapter." Well, Tony, I'm so glad the move is done. I know you've been dealing with that for the past couple weeks, and good luck. You are now entered on the Wheel of Whiskey. Kevin says, sipping on some Rebel Cask Strength. You know what? My store just got a pick of that, and I passed it up. And then I learned later that it's a pretty old pick. Because I know a lot of the Rebel Cask Strengths have been pretty young, but apparently the one that my store got was really old, and I'm really mad that I missed out on that one. Hopefully you are enjoying that pour. Patrick says, "You'll have to come help me break in the whiskey room." Hey, it's a short flight. That's all I'm saying. It's a short flight over there. Kelsey says, "Are you normally a fan of Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery and Fusion?" Great point and great segue because we need to get some whiskey poured. It's already been 12 minutes. What am I doing? So, in general, yes. I have, I didn't get the first couple batches. I wasn't Bardstown Bourbon Company wasn't on my radar. But I think I started with 3. I think I had Discovery Series 3 and Fusion Series 3. And I've really liked them for the most part. There were a couple of those Discovery ones that had Tennessee whiskey in it that just kind of didn't do it for me. I've never been a huge fan of that being blended into, blends, unless it's just a very small amount. So there were a couple misses for me, but in general, I do tend to like it. I think, I haven't had a Fusion series since probably 5 or 6. They were so kind to send me these samples, but I think I kind of got off their list for a while. Not sure why. I promise I've been saying good things. But not that. Let me disclaimer that I always am honest with my reviews. I will say if I don't like something. So just want y'all to know that. But yeah, I haven't had the past couple of them, but I'm really excited to try these new ones. I'm glad they sent me two to compare. And that's why I said like a double header tonight. We're gonna do a comparison of Fusion 8 and Fusion 9, and as well as comparing these two Jack Daniel's single barrels. So it's gonna be a really fun stream. So glad y'all were able to tune in. Alexander says, cheers as I wrap up my dram of Cardew 14 cast strength 2021 Diageo special release. Oh, those are the cool ones with the really cool art, right? Those look really cool. I've seen pictures of them. By the way, am I laggy tonight? I feel like I can see my mouth moving and it's moving like less than like I'm actually talking. Let me know if I'm laggy or give me a thumbs up if it's all good. Not that it really matters. As long as y'all can see and hear me for the most part, I'm happy. Bardstown is freaking... I would say I did feel that way about some of the recent Fusion series. I think a lot of times they did taste kind of young. Again, have not tried these yet. So we'll see if I still have that opinion about these 8 and 9. But that's a very valid opinion. I think it's, when you consider age and, it's mostly younger stuff, I definitely understand that opinion. And I've felt that way about other releases. Hopefully tonight we don't feel that way. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, no. Okay. I thought I actually deleted your comment, Stacy. 4-leaf whiskey, wheel of whiskey. Yeah, y'all have until about 7:50, 7:55 when I'll cut off the giveaway. And I always just do that as a big thank you to you guys. Not that you're, you're buying entries or whatever, but it's more of just like you guys support me with super chats, and I want to support you by giving you a chance to win some cool stuff. So I appreciate all y'all that do support me that way, or on Patreon, or however you choose to support, or just by hitting the freaking subscribe and like button down below. I like all kinds of support. Doesn't have to be money. I promise. I mean, I like money, but it doesn't have to be money. Whiskey costs money. That's the only reason. All good. Thank y'all so much. But it was rough at the beginning. Yeah, maybe that's why it's like a little lag on my part. Dusty Dan's whiskey reviews. Good to see you. I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you live, or seen you on a live, but I'm glad to see you here. Rex Lugo is in the house. Salute to all and Cliffy. Hope everyone's having a great night. Well, I'm about to be, because I have not had any whiskey yet. I think it's time to have some whiskey. But before I do, this shirt is not part of my merch, but I love it because it's okay. I thought it was relevant for two reasons. I actually wore this on Dungeons and Drams on Monday, but I was like, I gotta wear this again. It is a cute Pac-Man ghost stories. So the ghosts are telling like ghost stories. I just think it's so cute. It's my favorite like Halloween era shirt. But it's relevant tonight because we're drinking the Jac-Man barrel pick. So that is not available. I don't take credit for this. But if you do want to get some Bourbon Bites merch, bourbonbites.threadless.com. Like, not how I just said it, but how Donnie actually typed it down below. I'm actually planning a few I'm planning a few more shirt ideas before the holidays. So make sure to bookmark that if you are curious about something. I'll let y'all know when those come out. I have a few fun ideas. All right, so let's get to the whiskey. I'm going to start, like I said, have not tried any of these Fusion Series 8 or 9. So I'm going to actually pour both of them at the same time. I'll be tasting them individually, but I will be doing a bit of comparing tonight because I feel like, not that you have to compare them because they are different batches, but these are really fun. And I'll tell you why these are fun. I have a little graphic that's going to pop up here in a minute. So Fusion Series 8, it'd be great to know what proof this one is. This one doesn't actually tell me. Now, okay, I'm going to have to Google which proof is which. They don't have the proof listed here. Let's see. Fusion Series 8. There we go. Let's see. So Series 8 is... Yes. So Series 8, where's the proof? Come on, tell me a proof now. 95.5. There we go. This is 8. They don't have the batch number on the bottle, so I was confused. So, all right. So these are really fun because these are both equal parts of Bardstown Bourbon Company's own juice. So 30% of each of these are a 12-year-old Kentucky bourbon. But the fun part is they're from two different distilleries, and I'm really excited to try these side by side. So I'm going to go ahead and get these poured, and then I'm going to tell you about them. So let's go and get these cracks. Like I said, fresh cracks. Have not had these yet. Great question, Reg. So if anyone's curious, you have a chance to win one tonight. But if you are curious about how to get a Bourbon Bites challenge coin, actually, here's the info here. I actually didn't know I had this typed up. So if you look down below the scrolling banner, if you send me $18 via Venmo, that includes shipping to all over US. By the way, shipping rates have gone up. It literally cost me $2 more to ship than it cost me last week. So, but the price, I didn't change the price. The price is the same. $18 you get the coin. They are metal. People have asked me like, oh, $18 seems steep, but they are metal, so they did cost a lot more to make than the ceramic ones you've seen or some plastic ones. Really, this is basically supporting me the same way you would be supporting me in a super chat. Like I get a small cut of it. So if you guys do want them, yeah, you can order multiples. If you order like multiples, if you're interested in ordering multiples, just message me. I could probably shave a few bucks off of that because I'm going to be shipping them together. So gotta make sure I cover my costs. But yeah, if you guys are interested, they are really cool. Like I'm really big fan of them. So I'm a fan of them, even though I made them. But I'm a fan of them. But thanks for the question. I'll leave that banner up there just for a minute in case anyone's interested. All right. So let's go ahead and get these two poured. Like I said, I want to have them poured at the same time. Give them both a fair shot. I definitely did not grab a napkin, and I've already made a spill. Wonderful, wonderful. It's great. You know you're off to a good Thursday night stream when you're already spilling whiskey, and you're not even 20 minutes in. All right. So I got the Fusion 8 poured. I'm going to pour the Fusion 9, and I'll tell you all a little bit about it. How do I pour this without making a mess is what I want to know. I'm trying to use a jigger because I'm trying to measure, keep it even, control my pours. I tend to go crazy on these Thursday nights, so... But I also should have grabbed a napkin. That is a fail on my part. So let's get... Brandon said, your wingman will be back soon. Yes. Although I had... You know what's funny? I had a napkin sitting over here earlier, and I saw it, and I got it. It was from last week, and I was like, I didn't use that napkin last week. And instead of me just leaving it here, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use this napkin to, like, clean up, like, something random in the house. I'm like, I'm going to be resourceful. I'm going to use this napkin. Not thinking about the fact that I could have just saved it for tonight because I knew I was inevitably going to spill something, and I do not have a backup napkin. Nope. So we're just going to let that be. All right. So both of these are poured. That's a good point, Donnie. He said fuel costs are rising, which could explain the higher shipping costs. Yeah. I just know when I sent out samples for the last giveaway winner, it was like $2 more. I'm like, wow, that's a big jump. Yeah, so Dusty Dan said, can't wait to see your thoughts on these. I reviewed the 8 and about to do the 9. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't watch any reviews. I didn't want to like have any bias, so I'll definitely check that out after. Yeah, so thank you, all y'all helping out. They are really cool coins. I'm glad that other people agree, and I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn. I just want to, in case anyone picks one up, I just don't have my phone just in case to give y'all a little shout out, but yeah. So well, Rex Lugo says hoping to win a coin, lol. Well, you know what? You just increased your odds very, very much. Yeah, like I said, the giveaway tonight, I'm giving away a coin along with these samples. So cheers, you are in for the wheel of whiskey. All right, so let's talk about these Fusion series. So we'll start with the first one. The first one is, like I said, the proof on it is 47.75, so 95.5 proof. So I have a little graphic here. Series 8. So here is the actual blend for this one. So 58% of it is Bardstown Bourbon Company, 4-year-old high rye bourbon. 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley. 12% is another 4-year Bardstown Bourbon Company, but it is a lower rye. It's a different mash bill, basically. It has a lot more malted barley and a little less rye. So that's going to be an interesting addition. Lastly is 30% of a Kentucky bourbon. Now, those of you nerds out there that know mash bills may recognize this mash bill. Is that ringing any bells to anyone? Now, they can't confirm or deny where this whiskey actually comes from, but it is a 12-year-old at this mash bill. Any guesses? I got my guesses. I'm just curious what you guys think, but I'm excited for this one. 30% of it is a 12-year-old Kentucky bourbon. That's a pretty significant amount. I'm really hoping those flavor notes come through on this one. Nimrock says, getting you back for the shipping overage there. Oh, man, you don't have to do that, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, you might win again tonight, so you'll owe me for shipping perpetually. Just every week, you just got to pay me shipping costs. I'm just kidding. George Watts is in the house. What's up, George? Good to see you. Kelsey is in for the giveaway. Kelsey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Good luck to you. And we'll do the Wheel of Whiskey, like I said, at the end of the stream tonight. So this is the mash bill. I know y'all are all checking your mash bill guides. I'll save you the fun. This is the same mash bill as Heaven Hill's mash bill they used for Elijah Craig. So we're talking about a 12-year-old Heaven Hill mash bill. Now, it's not cast strength. This is lower proof. This is down to 95.5. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. It's also not on my little cheat sheet here. But yeah, so this one says two vibrant high rye Kentucky bourbons are beautifully balanced by a bold 12-year Kentucky expression. The round mouthfeel leads to sizzle and spice on the palate, making this fusion a unique, standout blend. So I'll leave that up for a moment, but let's go ahead and give Fusion Series 8 a nose. Ooh. It's definitely like a good balance because at first it does strike me as like you can tell there's some younger whiskey in there. Although it is coming of age, 4 years for their distillate, it's a lot better than it's been in the past couple years. Now the price on these are $65 each, which is what it's been for a while. And that's where someone said earlier in the chat that they think they're overpriced. I think sometimes I've felt that way because they've tasted kind of young. I'm really hoping that 12-year Kentucky and the fact that these have come to be 4 years old have really helped out with that. We'll see though. Like I said, on the nose, it does smell a little young. But there's a nice like oakiness there that I think is probably coming from that older whiskey. And that's what's the beauty of the Fusion series, right? They're not claiming that this is their own distillate. They're blending their distillate because they know it's young and they're putting it with some older stuff. And I think that's really cool. Like they're talented at blending and making whiskey. That's some massive amounts of talent that I don't have. It's like, there's the master blenders and there's the master distillers. Well, they got a little bit of both here at Bardstown. All right. On the nose, like I said, it's sweet up front. It's less of a corn sweetness. It's almost got a lot more of the rye kick on it, which, these are high rye bourbons. But there's a nice oakiness that's kind of backing it up. So let's go and give it a taste. Cheers, y'all, and thank y'all all so much for watching tonight. And whenever you're watching the replay. That's really balanced. I was gonna actually just double check the cheat sheet that I had here just to make sure I'm saying the right distillery, because I know the other ones also. Yeah, I'm right. Well, I don't know for sure if I'm right, but I think it's probably Heaven Hill. I did like that first sip. Again, first impressions, giving y'all my honest opinion. That tasted really balanced. It didn't taste young, even though it kind of smelled a little young. It does have some of the sweeter, less of like the darker like caramel note, and more of like a lighter, sweeter like vanilla extract. Go in for a second taste. Yeah. Wow. I'll just say, first impression, it's better than the last Fusion series I had. I can't remember if that was 5 or 6. I think it was 6. I like this one better. Did not have 7. But this is actually a big step up from 6. 6 was the one that kind of let me down a little bit. I'm trying to put my cheat sheet here. Don't have room on my desk. Mainly because I spilled stuff all over half my desk. So, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, because it does taste a bit... I don't know the best way to say this without it sounding bad. You can taste its parts. How about that? It doesn't taste like, oh, this is a single barrel of a bourbon, right? To me, it tastes like you get that sweetness up front, the lighter vanilla, less intense, more sweet, and I don't want to say new because that doesn't make sense, but like the sweeter note that you get on a younger whiskey is there. But there's a really nice oakiness on the back end. Now, would I be able to tell you if it's Heaven Hill or not? No. But it does taste like a really well-aged bourbon is blended into this, and that's the beauty of the Fusion series, like I said. It's... Well, now that I think about it more, when I was saying with the vanilla extract, and the fact that I think it might be Heaven Hill as part of the blend, it does kind of remind me of some of those baked good notes that I always associate with Heaven Hill. Not necessarily fruity. If there's any fruitiness, it's more of like it's like a cherry pie. It's got the toastiness of like the crust, but it also has some of those cherry notes, like a sugar cherry blend, like maybe cherry jam or something like that. Like what do you call it when you like have like cherry pie filling? I didn't want to call it pie filling because that's so generic, but like more of that like blend of like the sweeter cherry filling. That's really nice. I like that on first sip. I'm really enjoying that one. I'm overwhelmed by all the stuff on my screen. All right, so I saw a few people come in. Where did we go? Have you guys, I know I saw someone said they had 8 and I lost it. Oh, there it is, George. He said, I have a bottle of 8 and I like it. Yeah, I think that's a big improvement over the last one I had. It's, for $65, it is lower proof, but I would say it doesn't drink that low proof. It drinks like it has a nice bite on it. I don't think I would think this is cask strength, but I would probably guess like 110 if I were to just blind it. But it's a really nice balance of those sweeter notes and the oak. I recommend that. $65, you gotta think Bardstown Bourbon Company is still a craft distillery. The distillate they're making, they're still in their very, very early days. So they're gonna have to have a bit more of a cost, an overhead cost with this. And only 30% of it is that sourced whiskey. So 70% of this is their own distillate. For a small craft distillery, even though they got big bucks behind them and they're like one of the most popular ones in Kentucky, I don't think they're on the Bourbon Trail, but they're like right in the center of everything there in Bardstown. I think it's a fair price. I do recommend Series 8. We'll see how that compares to Series 9. Bill is here from Dungeons and Drams. So Bill is our dungeon master. If y'all don't know, I play a game of D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, with several other whiskey tubers every Monday night at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. It'll be me. It'll be Jason from the Mash and Drum. Of course, Bill from the Whiskey Dick is our dungeon master. Ed from the Rock Gut Review, and our friend Molly from Hugging the Cactus, plus a very new player to our team, Adriana from Whiskey Mountains. She has joined our party. She has kept us alive many a time, and her dog Booker too. It's just so much fun. Hope to see y'all on Monday nights. It's an absolute blast. So if someone can drop the link down below to Dungeons and Drams, definitely follow us. There's a Patreon where you get access to some of the maps from the world, to this really cool like not wiki, I guess, of the world that Bill's building. It's just so much fun, and he's putting so much work into it. So please go support us. So, support him, but support us on Monday nights. So cherry more of like a stew, macerated. That's the word I was looking for. Macerated. I knew it wasn't masticated, and it definitely wasn't the other M word that sounds like that. But macerated is the word I was looking for. Thank you for that. Man. Bardstown Bourbon Company weeded bourbon will be amazing when it releases. Oh, I bet. So in this blend, what do we have here? What are we dealing with? No, this is their rye mash bill, so this is not the weeded one. But I've not tried any of their weeded stuff, but we might get a little taste of it with this next one, is all I gotta say. Jeffrey Wack is in the house. He said fusions are getting better and better. Really like the 7. Yeah, 7 was the one I missed. I think. I don't think I had 7. Watch me stand corrected and like have reviewed it. Let's see. Let's see what I was when I search Bourbon Bites Bardstown Fusion. Maybe I'm just getting my timeline wrong. No, I had Series 5. Did not have Series 7. I don't think I even had Series 6. Fusion Series 6. Oh, I did have Series... Nope, that wasn't me. That was someone else. So I have not had it since Fusion Series 5. So that's a big jump in years. So I'm really glad to see that Series 8 is a winner. So, let's move on to Series 9, because I do want to do a little side-by-side with these two. So, let's have another sip of 8 just to make it fresh on my palate. By the way, we're at the halfway point. Y'all want to get in on some samples of these and the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Fruit picks that I helped pick. Make sure to get your entries into the Wheel of Whiskey. Every $5 super chat is an entry. So, let's go and get one more taste of this one. Really like that one. That's an absolute winner. All right. Let's move on to Fusion Series 9. This is the latest release. I have not seen any reviews of it. I know a few other channels have gotten it. So I might be one of the first to review it. I don't know, maybe. At least on YouTube. So if someone's coming to the review just to watch my thoughts on it, you came to the right place. Hopefully you skipped around, or if you didn't and you're enjoying it so far, come back for more. Subscribe. I'm here every Thursday night. So let's pull up the info sheet for Fusion 9. So this one, again, you'll see a similarity here. There's 30% of a Kentucky 12-year-old bourbon. However, this mash bill's a little bit different. Does anyone recognize this mash bill? Some of you, that might be really, really familiar. But in addition to that, we have a 48% of their high rye mash bill, which is the same one that was here. So in Series 8, that was 58% of the blend. This one is 48%. And there is 22% of a 4-grain Bardstown Bourbon Company whiskey. So this is 60% corn, 26% rye, 10% wheat, and 4% malted barley. So that is a 4-grain Bardstown Bourbon Company. And lastly is that 30% 12-year Kentucky bourbon. Does anybody guess the mash bill? Let's see if someone's a nerd like I am. Thank you, Emily, for dropping the link to D&D as well as Jeffrey Wack and Kelsey's new channel. I will say the mash bill is very similar to one of those. Just one of them. Any other guesses? Alexander's onto something. Or Al's onto something. I'm just kidding. Don't unsubscribe, please. I appreciate you. That one that looks very familiar isn't what you think it is when it comes to Bardstown Bourbon Company. That's a great point, Fred. Do you care to elaborate? Because this could, again, these are all guesses. They don't confirm anything. I'm just saying that mash bill is the same. Is that? Oh no, I'm sorry. I only said it because you told me. That's totally your fault. So, although Dustin said Bernheim used it too. Oh, interesting. So yeah, so we don't know for sure. I'm just gonna take a guess and think that it might be Jim Beam. If y'all know different, let me know in the comments below if you're watching the replay or over there. But again, we don't get confirmation. I'm just guessing based on the mash bill. Let's go and give Fusion Series 9 a nose. Joseph said it's Beam unless it's Bernheim. Interesting. Okay. So Bernheim Distillery, like that's a Heaven Hill owned one, which would make sense since the other one's Heaven Hill. But are they doing that mash bill? That's interesting. I've not heard of that. Them doing that one. Again, I'm just a guy from Southern California. I don't know. I'm just going off my cheat sheet. On the nose. Oh, Fred's got some info. He says, you're right that it's a Beam mash, but when it comes to Bardstown Bourbon Company, it's historically been contract distilled from Buffalo Trace. That's really interesting, Fred. I had no idea about that. We'll see if I get some of those notes, or if I get some of the Beam notes. Like I said, I have not tried it. That is really interesting. So just keep it in the back of your mind. Like I said, nothing confirmed. But comparing the nose to the 8, so I got these both poured at the same time. It makes it a really interesting comparison because when you go back to Fusion Series 8, the nose is completely different than when I got off it the first time. So let's talk about 9 first, though. 9 has a different level of oakiness. So I will say it smells similar up front. It has some of that sweetness. It's less of the rye sweetness, and it's more back into like the corn, maybe even the wheat territory. The rye does not shine on this one. It's not like a rye forward mash or blend. But I will say it has a bit more of a grain forward note, which doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Sometimes it's been associated with some younger whiskey. I will say it's less disguised by the 12-year-old bourbon that's in here, wherever it's from. It's a little less disguised by that. There is some youthfulness on this one on the nose. There's also a bit of like a mint. Not like a rye mint, but like I want to say like a bubblegum mint. Or like a... Because I normally say like spring... No, not spring, but... I say spearmint sometimes, but I usually associate that with the rye. I don't know. It's got a little minty quality to it. I'll stop lingering on that. But to be legal, you have to say allegedly. Well, I'm not a brand rep. I'm just a humble guy reviewing this whiskey that was sent to me by the brand. So I'm allowed to say whatever I want. I could crap on this whiskey if I want to, but if it says Buffalo Trace, might as well just double the price right there. Well, they can't say Buffalo Trace, but you never know. Rex said the first time I was able to pick up a mint note on a whiskey was when I had Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. Oh, you're right. That does have that note. It does have a minty note to it. I haven't had that bottle in a while, but I do recall that. I reviewed it on my podcast. Very cool. All right. Enough jabbering. Let's go ahead and try Fusion Series 9. Cheers. Very different. What the first thing this one... Oh, there's like a toast... Sorry. It's like changing a bit now that I've tasted it. Up front, there's a bit of a... I don't want to say bitter note, but there's a bit of a sour note. I guess sour note's the way to put it. I've got it on some other whiskeys that have used like some different wood finishing. Like recently I had the Barrel Vantage that had Mizunara cask as part of the finishing process. there's a little bit of like a sour, funky wood on there, and it's definitely different than the oakiness I was getting on the Series 8. Series 8 was your traditional oakiness you get on any well-aged bourbon. This one, though, I gotta have a second sip on that one, because that one's definitely interesting to me. So up front, it's still a little grain forward. Sweet. There's definitely some corn influence. The mashed bill. Oh, I don't know why I'm looking at it. It's literally on my screen right now. Um, there's a good bit of corn in this. All of the mash bills, there's one that has 60% corn, but there's a lot of corn in this, and I think you can tell that some of that grain quality is coming from that corn, especially probably the 4 year coming from Bardstown Bourbon Company. But it goes more of like a buttery popcorn note on the finish, right after you get past that wood characteristic there. Very different than 8. I can't believe how different these are. I mean, they are different mash bills, and there are from different distilleries. The source stuff is, but extremely different whiskey. Dustin said Old Lagavulin has amazing mint notes. You know what's funny? I've actually tried Old Lagavulin. I did a stream with my friend Aaron, where it was an April Fool's themed flight, and there were some really cool old whiskeys in that flight. Y'all definitely check out the replay. I think you just search like Scotch April Fool's flight on my channel, you'll find it. But yeah, had some really great old whiskey on that flight. And Joseph brings up a great point, because I was avoiding reading this because I didn't want to spoil it with tasting notes, but there's a little bit of info here on this one. So on the actual card they sent me, it says, our Fusion series concludes with an exquisite blend of nuanced Kentucky bourbons. Throughout the series, we've showcased the best of our estate distilled bourbon with carefully curated aged whiskey. Enjoy the special sign-off with our favorite creation to date. So Fusion Series 9 is their favorite creation. I think that's interesting, because I don't necessarily feel like it's my favorite. I didn't make it, but just as a person drinking it. And I'm going to go back to 8, and I think I might be able to find out why once I go back to 8. Let me remove that graphic up there so we don't get it confused. All right, so going back to 8, and this is what I was about to say earlier about the nose. Fusion Series 8, going back to the nose, has a really nice tobacco note. Not like burnt tobacco, not like you're smoking a cigar, like you're beside someone smoking a cigar. None of that smoke, but more of the tobacco leaves. And I didn't get that on first taste or the first time through. I didn't have a chance to compare it to anything because it was the first pour of the night. But now that I've tried another pour, yeah, the nose on 8 is that tobacco that it does smell like a more vintage bourbon than a 4-year-old. I mean, the majority of this whiskey is 4 years old, but I wouldn't be able to tell you that on the nose. I'm gonna try that one again. Yeah, definitely tobacco. It also still, now that I've tried the sweeter one, which is the 9, the 9 is the sweeter whiskey. On the 8, I'm losing a bit of the fruitiness, the cherry that I was getting on it a bit earlier. To me, it's still got that toastiness. It's got like or not toastiness, sorry, pie crust, like a toasted pie crust, not like a toasted barrel, but like a toasted, like a little bit. You got the crust a little burnt around the edges. It has a little bit of that note, and I do like that. That's a really good note for me, especially typically assuming this is most likely Heaven Hill. I'm getting all the things I love about that their bourbon, and I think it blends really well with the Bardstown Bourbon Company distillate that's in here. I did say earlier on that I feel like I can tell that there's a blend versus like this is a single barrel. I still feel that way. I do think it's not the most cohesive is not the right word. I know I've used that word. Some of you guys like that word. Some of you guys don't like the word, but to me, it doesn't feel like it's one piece, one round bourbon. It feels like a blend, and that's not a bad thing when it comes to bourbon. Yeah, I'm a fan. I really like Fusion 8. Going back to 9, giving it one more shot, and then we're going to get to the Jack Daniels. I know a lot of y'all here are for the Jack Daniels. Promise I'm going to get to it. I just figured this is the one that that you guys might have a chance of buying a bottle of, so I wanted to be thorough with the review. The Jack is not completely sold out, I don't think. I think they're holding some bottles back, but it's pretty close. So you're more likely to get these. Let me go back to the 9, which is their favorite yet. So 9 to me, it almost feels like a more experimental one. And I think with the Fusion series, that was their goal all along, right? To experiment with blending older whiskey with their own distillate. It's not bad by any means. It's just not my favorite flavor profile. To me, it shows its youth. It's showing a bit of that younger element that I got on the 5. It feels like if you were thinking they were getting better with age and they were getting better and older and like more mature and more well blended, I think this takes a step back in that department, but it's a step forward in terms of experimenting because it does have that unique note that I normally associate with Mizunara cask. And knowing that this isn't that makes me really interested. So I'm really curious to hear anyone that comes to this and watches the replay and has already tried it. Do you feel the same way, or am I just crazy? Is this the best thing they've ever done? I still think it's good. I just would prefer the 8 over the 9. It's more up my alley with what I like with the bourbon. That being said, I do want to come back to these on the hangout tonight. By the way, if y'all don't know, I do an after party hangout for everyone $10 and up on Patreon. And I want to come back and see what I feel about these after they sit for the rest of the stream. Because we have 2 Jack Daniels single barrel proofs coming up next. Jac-Man, which is not visible on this green screen. And 1-Up Barrel. These are from the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. Our friends Jason and Scott. They were so kind to invite me to be part of the pick. And I have not tried these since I did the pick. So what I'm going to do a thing that I don't like doing on a stream. I'm going to get 2 new Glens because I only brought out 2. I thought I would finish these, but I took my time with them a bit longer than I thought. So I'm going to grab 2 Glens. Give me 15 seconds. If I'm not back in 15 seconds, you guys can just leave. But give me 15 seconds. You got me? I'm going to put a timer. I'm going to cut this off. When this timer hits 15, I will be back. Let's see how well I do. I'm going to gamify this. Ready? Set. Go. Bam, 16. I didn't want you guys to like leave. Okay, 2 new Glens. The Glens have been procured. One is from our friend Independent Joe, which by the way I think he and I are going to be collaborating sometime soon. And then another is from Blind Barrels, which I did a stream with them a few months back. All right. Brandon says, should I bring my bottle from France to compare these two? Heck yes, you should. Oh no, people left. They didn't trust me. They didn't trust. I like how I pointed to the viewer. Y'all can't see that. Y'all have the view counter somewhere else, but for me, it's up there. Okay, Donnie. Okay. Oh, I thought you were criticizing me. I'm like, I was 1 second off. No. Okay, I got you. Thank you, Donnie. All right, so we're gonna pour both of these Jack Daniel's single barrel picks. I did have a favorite when we did the pick. Like I said, I put the link down below to the stream where we actually did the pick. But I'm going to see how I feel about it now that it's been several months later. So we're going to pour the Jac-Man in our Independent Joe glass. I'm probably pouring too much. It's probably the issue here. Probably because I don't... You know, I could have grabbed a napkin while I was up because I told you earlier that I did not have a napkin. But that would have added time and I would have missed my goal there. So did not grab that. Would have been smart, though. If Cliffy was not thinking like Cliffy, that would have been a great idea. Swan said, I didn't leave. I love you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you to all of you for sticking around. I got you, Johnny. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. All right. So Jac-Man has been poured. If y'all want to see the actual logos without the green screen issues, make sure to check out the thumbnail. I have them in there. All right. And now we're pouring the 1-Up Barrel, which was our extra life. So the story behind that was we thought we were only going to get 1 barrel. So we, most of us fell in love with Jac-Man. We just thought it was such a unique flavor. It just was really one of the most interesting Jack Daniel's barrel proof I've ever had. So one of us really liked another barrel. And I think all of us put that barrel in our second place. All the ones that didn't love it best put it in our second place. We all loved it. So we thought we were only going to get the 1 barrel. But no, someone pulled some strings somewhere and we got both barrels. So Jac-Man is the barrel that was number 1 for a lot of us, but the 1-Up, the extra life, was great too. So I'm so glad that we got both. I'm glad to do a little comparison. Yeah, so I see some people popping in here. Bourbon Bill says some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof store picks are my favorite. Love them. They are generally older than the shelfers. Yeah, so I got some info here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing this info. I got some info about the age. We'll talk about it, but please don't sue me. I'm only providing this third party. You didn't hear from me. I didn't pick this. What are you talking about? I had no part in this pick whatsoever. Brandon, I can't add to the poll, but I love that idea. We'll keep it in mind. Yeah, he did. But he pulled some strings and he made it happen. So, again, we all put it in our second place. It's not like we all hated the other barrel. I just thought there was something special about the Jac-Man barrel that I had never experienced before. But we'll see. We're going back to them both tonight. So, here's the info I have on these barrels. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing this info with you. Also, a reminder that whoever wins tonight's giveaway is going to get samples of both of them, so you can actually compare them side by side, and then report back to me and let me know which one you prefer best. Dave R or Dav R says, "Are we able to send you a blind?" Absolutely. I love doing blind flights. I feel like I don't say that enough. You guys are welcome to send me anything, almost anything. You guys are. Please don't send me your used underwear. That's not cool. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind, but sorry, not to put you on the spot. But anyways. Yes, if you guys want to send me a flight or something that you've been enjoying and you want me to review, or something that you absolutely hate and you want me to review, you can shoot me a message on Instagram. Instagram is @bourbonbites, or send me an email, contact@bourbonbites.com. It's on my channel if you want to find the email address later. But yeah, send me that. I'll send you the info to send it to my mailbox to pick that up. And yeah, I would absolutely love to do a flight that you guys send me. So thank you so much for the entry. You are entered into the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway. You have a chance to win samples tonight. So thank you so much, Dave R. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but yes. Thank you so much. Lightly used edible. Oh, well, okay. Edible underwear, I'm okay. No. Oh, God. Ew. Oh, I just thought about that. Oh, no. No, thank you. Anyways, back to the whiskey. Donnie wants some of that underwear. I was just kidding. He said, in and hoping from Jack Daniel's single barrel proof samples. Yes. Thank you, Donnie. And you are now entered. Freudian slip there. I guess it is a Freudian slip. I mean, I very obviously said it. I just don't know why it's the first thing that came to mind. My Cliffy's brain, sometimes I worry about it. I really do. All right. And I was okay. I was about to say, like, have you guys been watching Dahmer on Netflix? I'm like, oh God, no, I'm not making that comparison. I think it's really interesting. Like, I think Evan Peters like nailed the character, and I like love how you kind of feel his thought process. What am I saying? Shut up and drink whiskey is what I should be saying to myself. All right, let's give Jac-Man a nose. Cliffy is here, absolutely. Y'all know it's. I mean, I've been drinking for 50 minutes, so. All right. I think on the nose, this is every bit as amazing it was when I picked it. I think this is the one that we call the jam. This was like a actual jammy bourbon. Tennessee whiskey. I don't have anything to say about the nose. I just want to go for a drink. Cheers. Please erase the last 5 minutes from your mind. Please. I was gonna impersonate the voice. I'm like, I'm not pushing this hole any deeper. Oh gosh. Yes. I'm so glad. I was a bit worried because this was bottled, a little bit after we actually did the pick. It was bottled in June. So it sat in the barrel for a few more months, 3 more months after we picked it. But it is amazing. It is literally probably the best Jack Daniel's single barrel proof I've ever had. And Brandon, you can back me up on that when you get here to try it. It has such unique characteristics. It has a little bit of the banana, but not the typical banana that you would get on a Jack Daniel's. Like, it's at the very back. To me, this one is all up front with a different fruitiness. It's like a jam, like I said, like a strawberry jam. Wow. And it's got a little bit of like a toasted bread note too. I mean, this is peanut butter jelly sandwich just all day. Holy crap. I wish I could share this with all of you. It's just really that good. The show is so freaking dark. I'm glad to hear you guys say that. Dahmer is one of the best and saddest series I've been through. I'm still a few episodes away from the end. I think I got like 3 episodes left, but we're taking our time with it. But yeah. Fred, you call it me. I realized after I said that I definitely fucked up that phrase. I should have said dug a deeper hole, because it would have definitely gone with the Dahmer thing. But also pushing deeper also goes with Dahmer. Moving on now. If I ever meet Cliffy, I will have... No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Fun fact, one of Evan Feeder's first roles was in The Office as the nephew to Michael Scott, who got spanked in the nepotism episode. Have not watched The Office, but did he show his butt? Because I swear, everything that Evan Peters has ever been in, you know, you get to see his ass, and I love it. He's got a nice butt. Now, whether you're not into guys or not, he's got a nice butt. If you're into guys, he's got a really nice butt. Anyways, moving on. Kevin Stoker, thanks for the great content. Well, I'm glad somebody thinks so, because I think I'm going off the rails here. I gotta get to my last one. We got we're gonna do the Wheel of Whiskey spin in about 3 minutes, so last call for entries. Y'all all have been entered. 3 more minutes if y'all want to get in on that. I saw a comment earlier I didn't want to miss. He said, I can give some samples tonight as well. Had a couple good drinks tonight. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Just shoot me a message, like I said, Instagram or email, and definitely do that. And I'll definitely, of course, give you a shout out and let you know when I'll do the stream. So that's so much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This went sideways so quickly. Well, that's what happens when you show up to a Bourbon Bite stream. That's just the way it goes sometimes. All right. We're going to taste our last whiskey of the night. We have the one up barrel. I was gonna say the mushroom barrel, but I was like, it's such a, you know what? We're peeling back the magic curtain. We're showing you this label because they're so cool. I'm gonna show you both labels. People have watched this long. They at least we're about to pull them. It's not real, y'all. Oops, wrong button. No, shit. I lost y'all. Hold on. Can y'all see me? I fucked this up last time. I know how to fix it, but just let me know you can see me. I pressed the wrong button that I pressed last time, and y'all lost me. So let me know if you can see me. I was trying to do this. I'll show you the bottles if I can see you. Or if I can see. Man, this whiskey hit me hard. That's what I get for not drinking before the stream. Donnie says, I want a couple more chances. Thank you for clarifying, Donnie. You got it. You got it. Thank you so much. All good. Thank y'all. All right. So the first one that we just finished drinking was this one. And that is the Jac-Man. Look at that. That is so cool. It has the names of everyone that did the pick, of course, along with Jason and Scott. So much fun. And then the bonus life barrel. 1-Up barrel, extra life. This is barrel number 222204. So that's your look at the labels. They are so cool. OMG, you're not actually in a purple tinted movie theater lobby. It's supposed to be an arcade, Joseph. Have you never been to an arcade in the 80s? I imagine you probably have. That sounded really rude. I mean, it was kind of meant to be a little rude, but like not as rude as it was. All right. Let's bring back the arcade, shall we? All right. Y'all see me? We're all good? All right. So, yeah, the nose on this one is very different. I think, you know what, comparatively, the first one was, I said there was a jammy. I think this one's more jammy. The first one is more toasty. It's got a little bit more of that nuttiness, more of the actual toasted bread. Whereas the 1-Up barrel, it's definitely more the jam. All right, let's try it. Cheers. That one drinks hot. By the way, I didn't mention the proofs. The proof of Jac-Man is 127.7 proof. The proof of 1-Up is 129.9 proof. So we're going up a full 2.2 proof points. You can tell. That's hot. I mean, to me, this one tastes like a really good Jack Daniel's barrel proof pick. I think it tastes similar to other ones I've had. And that's not a bad thing at all. I just think this is more in line with what you would expect for these. So if you're a huge fan of these normally, you're going to love the 1-Up barrel. I think the Pac-Man or Jac-Man takes it to the next level. Hot video game reference, get it? I think to me, it tastes like a completely different whiskey, but one that is just everything I love about whiskey. This one, again, super solid, delicious Jack Daniel's single barrel proof pick. It's got a really cool sticker too. And it's also hot, 129.9. Holy crap. More of the traditional banana, a little bit of banana there. The good banana, not like the fake banana, like a roasted banana nut bread. Roasted, baked banana nut bread is what I'm trying to say. But still very good. I think to me the winner is what I thought the first time. Jac-Man, it's just such a delicious, so unique, so different. Yeah, Jac-Man is toasty. It has a little bit extra bit of smoke there too. And man, peanut butter deliciousness. I don't think I've ever gotten peanut butter on Jack Daniels. That's a absolute winner. That's my favorite Jack Daniels barrel proof I've ever had. Stand by it. So if you got your hands on a bottle, let me know in the comments below. Do you agree or do you not, or do you prefer the 1-Up barrel? Because I know they're different palates. I know Jason really loved the 1-Up barrel, but man, to me, this is Jack perfection. I see some super chats coming in. Okay, we're cutting off the giveaway now. So I know I just want to make sure I have everyone entered that wants to enter. So Donnie says a blend of the two would be toast and jam. Yes, and I think we said that when we did the pick. I'll blend them on tonight's after party. I'm done drinking right now because I'm like, oh my god, I am Cliffy full throttle. Cliffy full throttle. So, Jack Daniels, Coy Hill, and BPR barrel proof reserve or release. Each Taylor barrel proof. Holy crap! 4 Roses 2021. Another sample will give a 1 ounce sample if you want. Yeah, man. Would absolutely love that. It sounds like so much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity and kindness. Sofer's in for some samples. I know he wants these. Big Vic is also in. What am I winning tonight? Big Vic, you don't know what you're winning, but you're entered. Well, okay. We are cutting off the Wheel of Whiskey now. Thank you everyone that entered tonight. That's like not a record, but this is one of the biggest Wheel of Whiskeys that I've spun here on the channel. Oh, barrel proof, right? Oh my god, I've tried that once. I had a bottle of it, but I tried a friend's that was even better than the bottle I had. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for that. All right. Y'all ready for the Wheel of Whiskey? So for those of you that are watching the replay, I do this giveaway not every week, so it's just kind of a matter of how much of what I have to share with the crowd. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watching the replay. I appreciate y'all too in every sense of the way. I'm gonna make sure I'm just gonna like fill some time here while I make sure I get everyone counted because I don't want to leave anyone off of this Wheel of Whiskey. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat. Did y'all move to Jack Daniels? Did I convince you to pour your Jack Daniels barrel proofs? I convinced myself to pour my Jack Daniels barrel proofs. Yeah, I mean, I just killed another bottle of this too. And not this pick, but another bottle of Jack Daniels barrel proof. And I'm just have to keep buying this regularly. It's just so good. Screw the haters that say, oh, it's not bourbon, it's Tennessee whiskey. Okay, but it's freaking amazing Tennessee whiskey. And we're not getting into that debate. We've had that several times on this channel. We're not getting into it, but I think it meets all the qualifications to be a bourbon. They just like their own branding, which is totally fair. So that's my opinion on it. I'm giving everyone their entries. Y'all are getting well represented tonight. Promise I'm not just ignoring the chat right now. I want to make sure everyone is entered. All right. So we got that all updated. Make sure. All right. So y'all ready for tonight's giveaway on the Wheel of Whiskey? Let me shuffle this a couple times. Hide that. Share my screen. I'm excited. This is going to be like one of the biggest ones we've done in a long time. So let me pull this up right about now. As we spin the wheel. Oh, there's echo in the room tonight. Wheel of whiskey. I appreciate the support, y'all. I love y'all. All right, let's add this to the stream. Good luck to everyone tonight. I got everyone counted. I double checked. We are good to go. Best of luck, everyone. Let's spin that wheel. That was a close one. Congratulations, Kevin. Thank you so much for your support tonight. I saw that the winner last week almost won again. That was really close. I was like, damn it, I should have saved on shipping. Kevin, congratulations. So to get your box, your hand delivered box, shoot me a message on Instagram @bourbonbites or send me an email, contact@bourbonbites.com. I'll get that your shipping info over. Send your shipping info over to me, and I'll get you your sample pack and your coin. Congratulations! I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for everyone that supported tonight, whether it was a super chat or you're a patron or you're interested in buying a coin. I know a few people said that they wanted to buy some coins. So, someone actually bought. No, wait, never mind. Someone just messaged me on Insta. Someone messaged me on Instagram. They probably want a coin. We'll figure that out. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in tonight. As always, we're doing the after party hangout for everyone on Patreon. That's $10 and up. That's on our Discord server. So if you want to join our Discord server, whether you're a patron or not, everyone's welcome to join. The link down below to bourbonbites.com is it's my link tree, and then at the bottom you'll see the Discord link. Such a fun community. I get to hang with you guys all throughout the week. We chat about all things, everything. All things, everything. That makes no sense. Says, don't forget to add my sample pack. Oh man, well, nice try. Come back next week, and there's a new winner every time I do the Wheel of Whiskey. I let y'all know at the beginning if I'll be able to do it. So cheers, everyone. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around for this fun doubleheader. If you're watching the replay, like I said, leave a comment below what your favorite was tonight. But until next time, this has been Bourbon Bites. Cheers, and I'll see y'all next Thursday night. Have a good one. Bye.